Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cab and today I'm going to do another book tag, and this book tag is known as mid-year freakout book tag. And we are finally on the mid of this year. Half of the year is gone, and we're just praying that this half will end well, because the last 6 months were really bad for everyone. So I just wish that this is going to be another 6 good months that we are having in our lives. This book tag is actually about all the books that I have read so far, or everyone that have read books so far. And this year I did not read a lot of books, so this is a kind of very mixed one for me, because I have to choose between whatever I have read, and I just think that I have read less than 30 books so far. So I just wish that I could find all the things that are in this book tag. So let's just begin. The first question is best book you have read so far in 2020, and it's really difficult to choose just one book that you loved so far this year. So I'm not going to choose one. So the very first book that I loved is Autobiography by Christina Lauren, and this was a fantastic read for me. I was just planning to read this for a very long time, and when I finally read it, it was just mind-blowing, and that was fantastic. And the second book is Scythe, which is a dystopian, and that was actually a surprise for me, because I just did not heard about it when I just started reading, and then I just came to know about this, that this is a fantastic one, and I just go with the flow, and that was really amazing to read that book, because that was really great. And the third book is 40 Rules of Love by Alice Suffolk, and this is another one that I just really loved, and this was fantastic to read. And the fourth one is The Gravity of Us by Brittany C. Cherry, and that was another love fiction that I read, and I just fall in love with the character and the story, because they were mind-blowing and they were fantastic. And the next question is best sequel you have read so far in 2020, and for this I don't read a lot of series, but this one is that I just read and continue with the book, and that is the Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tommy Adiyami. This is the second book in the series. First one is Children of Blood and Bone, and I just really loved it, so I was just excited to read the second book, and second book was also very fantastic. So this was the series that I read, and I just really loved this book. And the third question is new release you have not read yet but want to, and there's a lot of books that I want to read that will release this year, but I will just talk about these two books that I really wanted to read. First one is Unravel the Dusk. This is the second book in the series of Blood of Stars duology, and the first book is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim, and I just really excited to read the second book. And the second book is The Starless Sea by Erin Marston, and I just want to read this book too, because this was in a lot of hype this year and a lot of people were reading this, so I just wanted to read it too, and these are the most anticipated book that I want to read this year. And the next question is biggest disappointment, and I will go with Truth Witch by Susan Dennard, and this is the book that I was expecting a lot to, because I have heard a lot of good things about this, and this was not worth the hype, because I really did not like it, and I just DNF'd it, because this was freaking crazy for me, and this has a lot of hard words that you could not pronounce, and the names were so difficult. It's really hard for me to read just because of this language, so I just did not like it, and this was a biggest disappointment for me. And the next question is biggest surprise, and for me this one is the biggest surprise, and that is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, and this one I recently finished, and I just started this book without any expectations, and that's come out just really surprising for me, because the story was so fascinating and so amazing, and I just feel like that this is going to be a rom-com, but this is not. This is really amazing, and this is historical fiction, and that book just kind of sailed that I just freaking into historical fictions, and historical fiction is just one of my new favorite genres. And the next question is favorite new author, and I will go with Brittany C. Cherry, because I read her only one book, and that is The Gravity of Us, and I just fall in love with her writing and the story and the character. So she's just one of my most favorite so far, and I'm just planning to read more of her work. And the next question is new fictional crush, and I did not really have any new fictional crush, but if I have to choose, then I will just go with Michael from the Kisco scene because he is just very charming and great. So I will just consider him as my new crush. And the next question is new favorite characters, and I will go with Tanner and Sebastian from the autobiography by Christina Lauren because they are so great together and I just love both of them. And I have one more favorite character, and that is Stella from the Kisco Saint, and because she is just fantastic, so I just love these characters. And the next question is a book that made you cry, so I will just choose 40 Rules of Love by Elisa Fick again. This does not actually really made me cry, but it's just the ending of this book is kind of very emotional one, so I just got emotional a bit, so I will choose it as the book that made me cry. So this one is. And the next question is the book that made you happy, and Always and Forever Matilda by Roald Dahl. This book is so great that whenever I just picked it up, I just become very happy, and this is a very happy story. I just really love this story. So this is the only book that made me happy whenever I pick it up. And the next question is most beautiful book you have bought so far this year, and I will just go with the Crimes of Grindelwald by J.K. Rowling, and this is actually a screenplay, but this is so beautiful. Look at this. This is so shiny and beautiful, and I just really love this cover. That's why I bought it, because there is nothing to read. It is just a screenplay. So, and the last question is what book do you need to read by the end of the year? And I'm not planning anything to read because the year is not going well and I could not buy books, so I could not read, and that's a really frustrating thing. So I'm not planning actually, but I will definitely like to read Underwell the Dusk by Elizabeth Lim, The Starless Sea by Erin Monston, and Crescent City by Cassandra Clare. So these are some of the books that I want to read before the year ends. So let's just hope for the best that I could buy and read these books. And that's it. That's it for today, guys, and I hope you liked it and if you are enjoying it. And what are the best books that you have read so far this year? Let me know in the comment below so that I can check that books too. So just let me know all the books that you have read so far and the best one that you think. And I'm just hoping that you are staying at home and you're keeping yourself safe. So I will just see you in my next video very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.